Hello learners, I am Dhruva Kishore Mandrekar, Assistant Professor in English at Ganpat Parsikar College of Education. I welcome you to the course floated by the Department of English, Empowering Verses Exploring Feminist Narratives in Indian and American Poetry. Studying feminism in poetry offers a profound exploration of both literature and social movements. Poetry, as a form of artistic expression, has a unique ability to encapsulate and convey complex ideas, emotions, and experiences in a condensed and powerful manner. By examining feminist themes within poetry, we gain insight into the lived realities, struggles, and triumphs of women across diverse cultures and time periods. Additionally, poetry provides a platform for marginalized voices to be heard, offering perspectives and narratives that may be overlooked or silenced in mainstream discourse. Through the lens of poetry, we can analyze how gender dynamics, societal expectations, and power structures shape individual lives and collective identities. Ultimately, studying feminism in poetry not only enriches our understanding of literature but also deepens our appreciation for the multifaceted nature of feminism and its ongoing relevance in contemporary society. This course delves into the rich tapestry of feminist voices within the poetic tradition of both India and America, offering a dynamic exploration of the intersections between culture, gender, and expression. Through close readings, critical analysis, and thoughtful discussions, you will engage with a diverse array of poems, uncovering themes of empowerment, resistance, identity, and social change. From the groundbreaking works of Indian poets to the pioneering voices of American writers, this course invites participants to examine how poetry serves as a potent tool for challenging norms, amplifying marginalized voices, and envisioning more inclusive futures. The four waves of feminism represent distinct periods in the history of the feminist movement, each characterized by its own set of goals, strategies, and challenges. So the first wave emerged in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, focusing primarily on women's suffrage and legal rights, such as the right to vote and own property. Prominent figures include suffragists like Susan Anthony, Mary Wollstonecraft, and Elizabeth Cady Stanton. Second wave emerged in the 1960s and focused on issues such as reproductive rights, workplace equality, and gender roles. This wave brought attention to systematic discrimination and sought to address issues like sexual harassment and domestic violence. Key figures include Betty Friedan, Gloria Steinem, Virginia Woolf, and Bell Hooks. The third wave emerged in response to perceived limitations of the second wave and aimed to address issues of intersectionality, diversity, and inclusivity within feminism. It emphasized the importance of individual experiences and identities, including race, sexuality, and class. Key figures include Kimberly Crenshaw, Audre Lorde, Simone de Beauvoir, and Riot Girl activities. The fourth wave builds upon the achievements of previous waves while utilizing social media and digital activism to mobilize and amplify feminist voices. It focuses on issues such as online harassment, reproductive justice, LGBTQ+ rights, and environmental justice. This wave also highlights the importance of global solidarity and intersectional activism. Key figures include Malala Yousafzai, Tarana Burke, and the Me Too movement. American women poets have made significant contributions to to the feminist movement through their literary works, which often serve as vehicles for expressing feminist themes, perspectives, and experiences. From the early pioneers to contemporary voices, these poets have challenged societal norms, advocated for gender equality, and empowered women through their work. One of the earliest feminist voices in American poetry is that of Emily Dickinson, whose unconventional style and exploration of themes such as female agency and independence laid the groundwork for future generations of women poets. Similarly, poets like Anne Bradstreet and Phyllis Wheatley used their poetry to assert their intellect and assert their rights as women in a male-dominated society. In the 20th century, poets such as Sylvia Plath, Adrienne Rich, and Audre Lorde emerged as leading figures in feminist poetry. Plath's raw and confessional verses explored issues of female identity, mental illness, and societal expectations, while Rich's poetry challenged traditional notions of gender roles and called for women's liberation. Lorde's intersectional approach to feminism addressed issues of race, class, and sexuality, emphasizing the importance of solidarity among marginalized communities. Contemporary American women poets continue to contribute to the feminist movement by addressing a wide range of issues, including reproductive rights, sexual violence, body image, and intersectionality. Poets like Joy Harjo, Natasha Trethewey, and Tracy K. Smith infuse their work with feminist perspectives, amplifying marginalized voices and advocating for social change. Overall, American women poets have played a vital role in shaping feminist discourse through their poetry, challenging stereotypes, inspiring activism, and providing a platform for women's voices to be heard and celebrated. Indian women poets have made significant contributions to the feminist movement through their literary works, which often serve as powerful expressions of female agency, resilience, and resistance in the face of patriarchal oppression. From classical poets to contemporary voices, these writers have challenged societal norms, advocated for gender equality, and explored the complexities of female identity within Indian society. Ancient Indian literature showcases the voices of women poets like Andal and Akka Mahadevi, whose devotional poetry challenged traditional gender roles and celebrated female autonomy. परत करता नहीं Indian women poets have made significant contributions to the feminist movement through their literary works, which often serve as powerful expressions of female agency, resilience, and resistance in the face of patriarchal oppression. Ancient Indian literature showcases the voices of women poets like Andal and Akka Mahadevi, whose devotional poetry challenged traditional gender roles and celebrated female autonomy and spirituality. In more recent times, poets like Kamala Das and Amrita Pritam emerged as leading figures in Indian feminist poetry. Das' bold and provocative verses confronted societal taboos surrounding female sexuality and desire, while Pritam's poetry addressed themes of love, longing, and liberation in the context of partition and social upheaval. In the 20th century, poets such as Sarojini Naidu, Mahadevi Verma played pivotal roles in the Indian feminist movement, using their poetry to advocate for women's rights and social reform. Naidu, known as the Nightingale of India, was not only a poet but also a prominent political activist who fought for women's suffrage and education. Contemporary Indian women poets continue to push the boundaries of feminist discourse, addressing a wide range of issues including gender-based violence, LGBTQ plus rights, caste discrimination, and environmental justice. Poets like Meena Kandasamy, Arundhati Subramaniam, and Rupi Kaur infuse their work with feminist perspectives, amplifying marginalized voices and sparking conversations about social change and equality. Comparative analysis of select poems of two different cultures offers a rich opportunity to explore how themes such as identity, empowerment, rebellion, and freedom are expressed and experienced within each cultural context. By examining the nuances and differences in poetic expressions, the course sheds light on the diverse struggles faced by women across cultures and society. Through critical analysis and close reading of these themes, and motifs, the course illuminates the complex interplay. Through critical analysis and close readings of these themes and motifs, the course illuminates the complex interplay between literature, society, and culture, revealing how poetry serves as a potent tool for articulating women's experiences, shaping feminist discourse, and fostering social transformation. By examining the struggles faced by women through the lens of poetry, students gain insight into the universal challenges of gender inequality while appreciating the diverse ways in which women resist, survive, and thrive across different cultural landscapes. The impact of feminism on society is multifaceted and far-reaching, touching various aspects of culture, politics, economics, and social relationships. Feminism has had a profound and transformative impact on society, challenging inequality, promoting social justice, and striving towards a more equitable and inclusive world for all genders. However, there is still much work to be done to address persistent forms of discrimination and oppression and achieve true gender equality. Indian feminists have made remarkable strides in advancing women's rights and promoting gender equality. One significant achievement has been their contribution to legal reforms, advocating for laws against domestic violence, sexual harassment, and dowry-related offences. These legislative changes provide essential protections for women facing gender-based violence and discrimination. Additionally, Indian feminists have made remarkable strides in advancing women's rights and promoting gender equality. One significant achievement has been their contribution to legal reforms, advocating for laws against domestic violence, sexual harassment, and dowry-related offences. These legislative changes provide essential protections for women facing gender-based violence and discrimination. Additionally, feminist initiatives have played a crucial role in promoting women's education and empowerment, leading to increased literacy rates and greater participation of women in various sectors such as academia, business, and politics. Moreover, Indian feminists have successfully campaigned for increased representation of women in politics and governance, resulting in the implementation of reservation quotas for women in local government bodies and legislative assemblies in some states. This has led to greater visibility and participation of women in decision-making processes. Furthermore, grassroots activism has been a hallmark of feminist movements in India, with women organizing and mobilizing at the community level to address issues such as gender-based violence, access to healthcare, and economic empowerment. These grassroots efforts have brought about tangible changes in the lives of women and marginalized communities. Lastly, Indian feminists have contributed to cultural shifts by challenging patriarchal norms and stereotypes through literature, media, and the arts, promoting gender equality and challenging traditional notions of femininity and masculinity. Overall, the successes and achievements of Indian feminists have significantly improved the status and empowerment of women in Indian society. In conclusion, feminism in Indian culture has made significant strides in challenging gender inequalities, advocating for women's rights, and promoting social change. Despite historical challenges and entrenched patriarchal norms, Indian feminists have achieved notable successes through legal reforms, educational initiatives, political representation, grassroots activism, and cultural shifts. These efforts have led to tangible improvements in the status and empowerment of women in Indian society, paving the way for a more inclusive and equitable future. Looking ahead, the future prospects for feminism in Indian culture remains promising but also present ongoing challenges. Continued efforts are needed to address persistent gender-based violence, economic disparities, and cultural barriers that hinder women's full participation and empowerment. By fostering collaboration, raising awareness, and advocating for systematic change, Indian feminists can continue to advance the cause of gender equality and create a more just and inclusive society for all. Thank you.